John Kobylt Show, KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. If you're looking for the contest, we're out of money. Contest ended on Friday, so no more $1,000 for a while. We continue with Tanya Tsikanovsky. She's actually grown up in Los Angeles. We were just talking, and lives in the Valley now. And Tanya made the news. She had posted that she was voting for Donald Trump, which shocked everybody she knew, because she said she's an out and proud lesbian and formerly a Hillary and Joe Biden voter. Switched to Trump, posted it online, and then got almost completely shut out by everybody that she knew in her community. Just like no questions asked. They just stopped talking to her, defriended her, the whole routine. Has anybody from that group called you and said secretly, I agree with you, I voted for him too?
I've had a few of those messages, not in particular from, that particular group of people. Thankfully, I've had maybe a couple out of 40 reach out and say, we don't agree with you, but we know that you're not a bad person and we want to sit and talk to you. So at least they're willing to have those conversations. But I've had many random messages from people saying, I voted Kamala because I just wasn't allowed to vote for Trump, but I'm so happy he won. Or them telling me that, I voted, but I told people that I voted for Jill Stein. And I'm just like, to me, it's just mind-boggling. It's
what's so weird is maybe this is the way I grew up. It's a private vote, obviously. You don't have to tell anybody anything.
Correct.
Most people that I knew pre this era, I never knew how they voted.
Sure.
I didn't know if they were Democratic or Republican. In the last 10 years, I have found out everybody's political leanings. And I was like surprised in a lot of cases. But I kind of liked it the way it used to be.
No, for sure. I mean, but it also speaks to social media because you also know everyone's lunch. So
yes.
At this point,
that's not pleasant either.
Right. I could agree with that. So I think, but for me, I went public because I'm public about everything else.
Right.
And so I also want a life in politics. I do want to affect meaningful change. I want to work in public office. So for me, I feel it's my duty to be honest and to let the people know how I'm feeling and why I'm voting a certain way and what I would ultimately want to do for my communities. So
was that the only issue that led you to Trump, or were there other policies or things about him or the way he handled the first administration that made you comfortable?
It's less about how he handled the administration and more about how poorly the Democrats have handled this one and how there was no promise for what will be different next time. And that is a problem. If you're constantly running your platform on simply pointing the finger on the other side, then you're not giving me anything to work with or any assurance that you're going to be better for me. My family business is in home health care. Medicare is not doing well. Our border isn't doing well. Gas prices are crazy. Now, people are telling me, well, Trump won't fix that. I'm like, well, I don't think there's any evidence to show me that Kamala would have. So for me, I feel like I would rather do something different.
Yeah, well, it goes back to the groupthink thing we were talking about. That you're because you're a Democrat or a liberal, you're supposed to be in favor of the current border policy when it's clearly a disaster.
Yeah.
All you need are two eyes to say, wow, this is not working out at all. And long term, this is really going to be awful. And I don't know why stuff like that became political where you had to take sides. It became polarized. To me, it was just like a practical issue. It's like, you can't have this go on. There's no room for all these people.
Well, we are a country of immigrants. My family are immigrants.
Yeah, mine too.
They immigrated legally, and with the help of the Jewish Federation, they came as refugees. I love that our country is a melting pot. I love the diversity in our country. I don't love jihadist terrorists crossing our border without any stop. I don't like people being caught, then released, and going on to commit rapes and murders. I have friends that live along the border and that are actively seeking houses in gated communities because they're afraid of break-ins. I mean, these are real life day-to-day problems that we are facing as Americans, and we keep on harping on, well, you just are racist or you don't, accept immigrants. I'm like, that's definitely not the case. I just want our country to be safe. I want the immigrants that are not going to be trying to blow up our country or burn our flag. I fully support freedom of speech. I'm a constitutionalist. I care about everyone having the right to say what they want. If they want to burn the flag, I don't want to arrest you. I want to deport you. I don't want my tax dollars going to keeping you comfortably fed in prison. I want you out of this country. It's offensive that you can burn flags of the country that you are enjoying the privileges of being on.
Do you feel hurt by the way your friends reacted to you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, thankfully, I have had enough therapy that I am holding on to, you know, my values, but I've cried many tears. I've been heartbroken over the friendships that I have lost, because even though they have clearly shown to not care about me, I still very much care about them. I care about their safety. I care about their feeling safe and like comfortable in this country. You know, my values haven't changed. I just think that the way that we can improve our country is different than they do.
Do you think the fever has broken?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think now there are so many more people that are willing to be honest and have the hard conversations. Maybe it's lost upon those 40 individuals that I'm thinking of, but you know, when doors close, others open, and the amount of people that are vocalizing the same thing, you know, there is no reason that this story would have gone to the news if it wasn't everyone's story to tell. There are so many people that are experiencing this. I'm not special in this, and I've now been made aware of that, and I'm grateful to those that have messaged me and have shown support, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to bring light to this.
Well, Tanya, thank you for coming on.
Of course. Thank you.
Tanya Tsikanovsky, it was fascinating talking with you.
You as well.
And good luck.
Thank you. Thank
and
you so
hopefully your friends will come around here.
One day.
And we're going to continue with Deborah Mark live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.